Welcome, everyone. I am John Ryan for the Predictive Playbook. You are watching the Major League Baseball and NFL edition for Monday, August the 14th, 2023. I got two exciting opportunities both in Major League Baseball on the Tuesday card and Week 1 NFL action, where we're looking at a upset that I do strongly believe is going to occur. And let's get right to the baseball, shall we? This is a play on Tuesday night's card. The Los Angeles Angels, who have fallen upon tough times since the All-Star break, just 59-60 on the season now, taking on the juggernaut Texas Rangers, 70-48, 22 games over 500. Texas is lined as about a minus 185 favorite here, and I like this line quite a bit at 175, betting the Angels to win on the money line. You can also create what I call a combination wager. You can do one of two things. You can bet 50% pre-flop now at the plus 175 and see how the line goes and moves in overnight action, and then look to add the remaining 50% using the plus 1.5 run line. Or you can simply bet 80% of this bet on the money line, which is more aggressive, and then you almost sit there in the first three innings, and the first three innings only, and hope that Texas takes a lead at some point during the first three innings. And that isn't scoring first, although that would qualify. So if Texas scores in the first inning and it's 1-0 or 2-0 in their favor going into the top of the second, then take the 20% remaining and get the money line in game, because I assure you it's going to be at least 260 or higher. And nothing has changed. Baseball games have big lead changes all the time. You can look at the Philadelphia Phillies, who lead the majors with a whopping 62 wins, coming from behind at some point in the game. So this happens more times than you think, and more times this season than any time in the last 5 years. So I like this opportunity quite a bit. We have Lucas Gioliti on the hill, right-hander for the Angels, going up against newly acquired and former St. Louis Cardinal Jordan Montgomery, who's a left-handed pitcher. And let's see what the system of the day now says. We are in a bet on a road dog priced between 125 and 175. And this will not disqualify this 8-unit betting opportunity on the Angels if the dog goes to a plus 185, just because the system then wouldn't qualify. Believe me, even at plus 200, if I add that to the credentials here, the records are outstanding. The starting pitcher for the dog has an ERA between 4.20 and 4.70, which he does, and the favorite is starting a pitcher that averages 5 or more Ks per game. Jordan Montgomery averages 5.17 strikeouts per start this season. 36-39 straight up for 48%. 148 plus wager on the average wager for this system. It produces a 19% return on investment. If the game occurs after the All-Star break, and you better be sitting down to hear this one, 18-12, 60%, 151 wager, 50.4% ROI. This all tells you to take a shot here on the Los Angeles Angels, using the money line and the combination strategies I just detailed to you earlier. Now, one quick thing for some housekeeping here. I know football season's coming up, and anybody who has been with me before knows football season is by far my best and most profitable subscription that you can get. So if you're new, here's an opportunity, since you're watching the video, and this is only offered to people who are watching this video, $37.50 per week for both NCAA football and the NFL. The regular price is $19.95 for college football and the NFL's full seasons. Since you're watching this video, if you act today, the cost is $900 for today. And if you buy it today, you can get CFL, WNBA, and Major League Baseball for just $100 more. It'd be $1,000 to cover you essentially all the way into January of 2024. It's the lowest price I've ever offered. I hope you take advantage of it. And you can see on the graphic too, my records in every single sport right now are clicking on high cylinders. And to be totally honest and transparent, I'm on a 3-game losing streak in baseball. Let's see, I'm 1-3 in the WNBA, and CFL had a loser over the weekend, so 1-game losing streak. So we don't always win, but clearly the trend and the grind is towards profitability, and I've been doing this for 28 years. At Sports Memo, the last 3 seasons, I was ranked number 1 at 65% against the spread in college football and the NFL combined. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comment sections or send me a direct message at John Ryan Sports and the number 1. I'll be happy to get back to you. Enough of the housekeeping. Now let's go to the NFL. And the NFL one here is pretty darn good too. The NFL one is a graphic that I have in front of me, but it's not going to be shown on the show. But don't worry about that. I'll put it in the comment sections after the show. Week 1 to 4 NFL betting opportunities. We're going to bet against a non-playoff team from last season. This team won their last 2 games in the previous season, so it wasn't all that bad. A little bit of hope there in the end of the season for this year. The game occurs in weeks 1 through 4, and when they are favored, 9-5 straight up, 64%. 12-2 against the spread, 86%. 9-5 over under. So what this is telling us is that the market underprices these teams that underachieved their performance levels in the previous season, but now somehow have turned it around, and the market has not had a chance to adjust to the improved performance of these teams that were not in the playoffs the previous season. But then after week 5 through 8, believe me, the record is about 500 to slightly below 500 against the spread. But these first 4 weeks, 12-2 against the spread, 86%, and if favored by 6.5 or fewer points, 9-3 straight up, 75%. 11-1 folks against the spread, 92%. 7-5 over under, not much there, but 11-1 is the situation, and that covers these games on the graphic I have here that I'll post later. We have a game September 10th, Falcons at Panthers. They're -3, the Falcons are. Falcons at Packers. They're at home, -1.5. Lions at the Seahawks at home, -3. Steelers versus the Browns at home, -1. And the last game is September 24th, 1 o'clock kickoff time. The Detroit Lions, for the second time qualifying in this system, against the Falcons at home, and they're 5-point chalk right now. So there is 5 great betting opportunities. Doesn't mean you have to bet all of them. Do your own handicapping too. Use this as a tool of one of many tools in your toolbox, and you'll end up doing some great handicapping of your own. So that will take care of the show for today. Remember, I have the NFL and college football package there. And take advantage of that if you want to ask any questions about it, or if you just want college football alone or the NFL alone. I'll create a great price for that as well. The goal is to make these prices appealing to the masses, so to speak, so that we can mentor and teach and learn from each other for the whole entire season. So until tomorrow's show on Tuesday, we are going with the Angels in Major League Baseball plus 175 or better on the money line. I'll provide the update in the morning for the market movements that may occur overnight. And then we have those 5 NFL games that will occur during the first 4 weeks of the NFL season. So I look forward to speaking to you again tomorrow. Until then, bet with your head, not over it, and may all the wins be yours.